Good morning guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Miranda if you're new here. Thought I'd take you through a bit of a productive day in my life, including what I'm eating, how I'm training, some work behind the scenes, because you guys have been saying that you love seeing how I edit and how I do all of my stuff for social media. So I do have a couple of meetings today and I do have a couple of things to edit as well. But first up, I am absolutely starving, so we're gonna make some breakfast. The mornings are getting freezing, and as much as I love my overnight oats, I'm just going through a baked oats phase. I did meal prep these blueberry and lemon baked oats the other day, and they honestly taste like cake for breakfast. So I'm gonna make another batch because I'm all out and it's exactly what I feel like. So I've currently got the oven on, and I'm gonna pop this in the oven while I go and get ready for the day, because my hair is absolutely sweaty. So to make these, all you need is 2 ripe bananas, and I know a lot of people freak out about bananas in baked oats. They just don't like the flavor, so you can actually substitute this for applesauce, eggs, or yogurt. I'll leave the full recipe below if you guys want to try it. Then you need some oats. I'm going to use our Made Monday oats just because this has chia seeds, protein, so many other benefits in here, and it's just the best tasting flavor. You can either do some vanilla protein powder, or you can just do plain flour, and I find that just makes it a little bit fluffier, more like a cake, but you can leave that out if you don't want that. Then I've got some maple syrup, some milk. I'm just using almond milk, but use whatever milk you like. And then a little bit of lemon zest and lemon juice, some blueberries, and some baking powder to make it super fluffy. So one thing I love about this recipe is that you can make it straight into the baking dish. So there's literally like no dishes. And I know my bananas look a little bit gross, but the riper the better. It just adds so much natural sweetness. So we're going in with 2 ripe bananas and just give these a little mash with a fork. So once you've got your bananas mashed, you're gonna go in with your oats. You need 2 cups in total. Then I'm just going in with this vanilla protein powder from Naked Harvest. This is a vegan protein. I actually really love baking with vegan proteins. I just find whey seems to go a little bit drier. Then we're doing 1.5 cups of milk. Some maple syrup. Baking powder. If you don't like lemon, you can definitely leave this out, but the lemon and blueberry flavor is just so yummy. So I'm going in with quite a lot of lemon zest and some lemon juice. I'm just using frozen blueberries, and if you do, you don't need to defrost them or anything. Just mix them straight into the batter. And then I just add some more on top, press those in. Then on top, I'm just going in it with some flaked almonds. So this is her. She's just about to go in the oven for about 35 to 40 minutes while I go and have a shower and get ready for the day. This is such a great breakfast. You've got protein from the protein powder and also from the Made Monday and your milk. Then you've got your carbs from the oats, the fruit, and the bananas. The natural sweetness also comes from the bananas. So much fiber from the oats and the fruit. Then you've got your healthy fats from the nuts that I've put on top. Such yummy breakfast, and I do like to serve it with a little bit of extra Greek yogurt on top, and it's got about 20 grams of protein, if not more, once you add the yogurt on top, and it is actually a huge serve. So I divide this into 4. You could probably even make it into 5 if you wanted to. Super low cal, high protein, high in fiber, and all the good stuff to keep you fueled for the day. Guys, Barkley heard his little paw. I got out the shower and he was just sitting there with his little paw up, didn't you? You're okay. Oh. He has no problem when you get his ball out and he just wants to play. But I have so many layers on. It's freezing in the mornings at the moment. I've just made a peppermint tea and the oats smell like they're pretty much done. I have already had a coffee this morning because I couldn't wait, honestly. I usually have breakfast probably around 8 o'clock, and I think it's nearly 9 o'clock at the moment. I have a Zoom call at 9:30, but this morning I went to Hot Pilates and did a sauna. I do 20 minutes in the sauna. I aim for twice a week. Sometimes it's only once a week. And something that I have also started incorporating in once or twice a week is the Stairmaster or some kind of intervals. So I only do 10 minutes. But honestly, if you do it properly, 10 minutes is like brutal. I do 1 minute on and 1 minute completely off, like rest. It's kind of hard to fully rest on the Stairmaster because you can't stand on the sides like you can with a treadmill. So I just put it down to level 1 and try and get my breath back as much as I can. And then for the minute on, I crank it up to like 15, 16, 17, whatever I can handle. And guys, let me tell you, that is a killer. Like, I can't really do the Stairmaster intervals on days when I'm training legs or doing heavier weights, so I try and do it as a separate workout itself, or I just do it before Hot Pilates because it's like gnarly. Doing intervals is something that I find really, really helps with my fitness, because the only like cardio I say that I would really do, I do run occasionally, but I find that when I run, it chews into my muscle mass. And I think a lot of people think that they need to run to like burn fat or lose weight, but honestly, walking is amazing for weight loss and just for your body in general, your mental health, because it's not actually causing the same amount of stress on your body that running does, which then causes a lot of inflammation and it requires a lot more recovery time. So I like to do my training sessions as like strength and building muscle, and then any cardio is more just walking, because walking burns fat as opposed to running, which kind of chews into all of your carbs and your muscle tissue. So that's why I opt for walking. I'm aiming for 10,000 steps a day at the moment, and the weather's been beautiful. I do have a walking pad, so coming into winter, I'm gonna be using that a lot more. Yeah, that is my workout split pretty much in summary. If you guys want me to do a week of workouts or something like that, I can definitely film that for you, because I am gonna start a new training program on Monday, because it is 8 weeks until we leave to go to Europe for my wedding on Monday. I cannot believe it. Anyway, let's have breakfast because I'm absolutely starving, and then let's jump on this Zoom call. It's actually with Meta, which is super random. Oh my God, it smells so good. Okay, so this is the baked oats. Absolutely delicious, nice and golden around the edges. And when I tell you it's literally like cake, I'm not lying. You guys have to make this. It's honestly so, so yummy. I'm gonna slice this into 4 serves and just add a little dollop of yogurt on top. So I like to loosen the edges a bit with a knife. Some plain Greek yogurt. And a little bit more lemon zest, so it looks pretty. Yum, and this is my breakfast. Literally tastes like a blueberry pie. So good.
Cross-posting on Threads would be awesome if there was a rule that would release or would delete hashtags. Because the amount of times that I forget to go to Threads in that 15 minutes, and then there's all these redundant. I mean, I only use a couple, again, for relevancy, but every time I'm like, ugh.
I know, Brad. And you know what? I can hand on heart say I have shared that feedback in a place called Workplace. Mixie can go and have a look at that after. Yes, that has definitely been captured, and I know the team are aware of the the feedback there.
Shay's eating baked oats because he saw mine and knew how yummy they were. But we just got a delivery from Krispy Kreme. Oh my god, you're gonna love me see this. Actually, I don't know if you like this as much as me.
Wait, let me guess what it is. Let me guess. I haven't seen in there. Is it food? Related?
It's from Krispy Kreme.
Alright, Bob. Okay.
Pistachio poppy.
Oh my god, that's
Krispy Kreme crab. But wait, do you reckon it's actually donuts?
Sure, yeah, that'd have to be.
Oh, I don't know. Imagine if it's not.
They
That's
have to
such
Krispy Kreme. They can't not sell you.
pistachio filled Krispy Kremes. Oh my god, and they sent pistachio puppy spread as well, which I'm addicted to. Woo!
Oh, and the original glazed as well.
Okay, we've got glazed donuts and pistachio filled Krispy Kremes. Should we film a taste test for TikTok later? Let's do it later. We just need to eat baked oats. We'll try them later. It's lunchtime and I'm gonna have the viral cottage cheese beef bowl. If you guys haven't seen this, have you been living under a rock? It is so good. It's sweet potato, some beef mince cooked in taco seasoning, which I have left over from dinner. Then you do cottage cheese, some avocado, hot honey. This is my favorite. I'm also gonna add some spinach just because it doesn't really have any veggies in and I love spinach. So I'm gonna put this all together. But I just had a couple of Zoom meetings this morning. I did some emails. I went to get my nail fixed. And now I need to film some content this afternoon, which is due for approval. But nothing too exciting, just a standard work day. So I've got my sweet potato, my spinach, my beef mince, avocado, cottage cheese, and I'm just gonna go in with some hot honey and then some extra chili flakes because I love chili flakes. So this is my lunch, so quick and easy, perfectly balanced. You've got your micronutrients from the spinach, your carbs from the sweet potato, your protein from the beef mince and the cottage cheese, and then your healthy fats from the avocado and the cottage cheese. And honey is also a really good source of carbs as well. So you don't have to put the spinach in if you don't want. The normal viral version doesn't have it, but as I said, I love spinach and I love getting extra micronutrients in. I'm upstairs to try and film some content because it's so gloomy outside and our afternoon light comes over this side of our house. So in our bedroom, this is where we get the most light, and in our office. And I thought I'd show you a funny little thing that I only realized probably 2 months ago. It was when I was on a cruise with some of my friends. So this is the tripod that I first got, I'm gonna say like 2 or 3 years ago when I was upgrading from like my Kmart tripod, which by the way, are actually amazing. And I only learnt 2 months ago how to use this properly. So I thought that I would show you guys. For anyone else who wants to do content creation, who might already have this because it's like the viral TikTok tripod and might not be using it properly. So it comes like this, you get it off Amazon. I'm sure you can get it off other places as well. It comes in white. And you press this little button here and it pops out, and it's amazing for traveling because it's so small and so light. And then this bit here, it extends out, and then you flick this bit around like this. Okay, so this is where I had no idea. If you see on the back here, the head is really off to one side. So for 2 years or 3 years, whenever I got this, I thought that I got a dodgy one and that my tripod was wonky. So I've been like putting a book or something underneath one of the sides so that it will be straight, which is very time consuming when you're a content creator for food like me who films from multiple angles, so I'm moving it around all the time. Anyway, one of my friends showed me that this thing here actually slides. So all you need to do is move it to the center and then it's level. Anyway, that completely blew my mind like 2 months ago. And I've bought 3 tripods since because I thought that this was broken. So I bought them for like all different purposes. One which was like really good and a steady tripod, but it was just way too heavy for traveling. The one that my camera's on right now, and then I had this other one which was purely just for filming for food, where it would sit on the bench and it was like an arm, but then that broke. So I spent a lot on tripods. And this one, which I think is less than $100, I'll link it below, it's from Amazon, actually was never broken in the first place. So I thought that was a fun little fact. So I'm just catching up on some emails, and this is the platform that I use. It's called Asana, and my manager puts all of my jobs in here, and then any feedback I get from brands also comes through here. So I do just need to do some edits for a job because I got some feedback through, and then I also am doing some scripting for jobs that I need to send off sometimes before you film. I try not script fully, but when you have to get it approved, they like to know the hook, the value, the call to action that you're going to speak to, which also saves a lot of time rather than filming it and then having to send it back to the client and they don't like it, yada yada. So anyway, that's what I'm doing at the moment. Just some boring admin things, and I think a lot of people think that filming content or being a content creator means a lot of fun stuff, but honestly a lot of the time the actual filming is the least part of the job, and it's all the behind the scenes of emails and editing that takes up majority of the time. We're trying the pistachio puppy Krispy Kreme. Oh my god. Yum, it's literally gone everywhere. I'm gonna sign off this vlog here because we have our donuts all warmed up to go, and we are going to watch our new show, which is Four Seasons. It's actually so funny, really lame, but really funny. We did finish You, so if you're looking for a new series, I highly recommend watching that as well because it was surprisingly good. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, this week's vlog, and I'll see you guys next week.